What's good, guys? It's Mcnish here, back with another video, and today we're going to be doing things a little bit different because usually I'm always posting vlogs, but today we're going to be talking about how my Supra went from this to this. It's been a long journey. You know, I had this car since 2022 November, and I feel like I've made some good progress in terms of the car cosmetically because, you know, my car's an automatic.
What?
Automatic, yes, my car is automatic, and I definitely got to do the whole manual swap. But enough about that, let's get into this video. I got some clips and some pictures here just documenting the whole process of when I first got the car until how it looks now, you know, everything I've done to the car. So yeah, let's get into it. This first picture is the picture I took when I first seen my Supra on the truck getting unloaded for me to take delivery of my Supra. It was a surreal feeling. I never in my life thought I would actually have a Supra in real life. I used to sit down and watch so many videos on MK4 Supras, them getting boosted, them racing, them shooting flames. Mine can't shoot flames now, but soon it will shoot flames. You know, just watching so many videos as a kid and also watching the Fast and Furious and also like just loving the JDM culture, right? Seeing my Supra on the truck, memory I'll never ever forget. Like I'll have that for the rest of my life. Right here I went to Walmart and parked my car because so I had like a temporary plate and I needed to get some zip ties so that I can tie it so I can have the plates on the car, right? So I parked at Walmart, got the zip ties. I'm walking out of Walmart, I see a scat pack right next to my car. So like this is my first time like having an experience where like my car is parked and someone just parks next to my car that has a nice car as well. So I'm like, damn, already? Like I just got the car now, like I'm already feeling like what having a Supra attracts, you know? The next picture here, I just took another picture of the car parked in the Walmart parking lot because like I'm just in disbelief that I have this car. This car is like my dream car for so many years, and to be able to say like, yo, that's mine, and hop in the car and drive it was just crazy. Right here, this is when I first took it to the wash and hand wash it myself. I never ever take my Supra to a wash where other people wash it unless it's like my friend's detailing or something like that. But other than that, I never drive it through the bay and never do none of that. I always hand wash my car every single time. My car is also repainted. It's repainted Alpine silver, so it's not even like original paint, but I don't care. I'm still not driving it through those drive-through car washes because they leave crazy marks. And my Supra also has marks too, but I don't want no more marks. You know what I'm saying? Here's another picture I took. This picture is so cool to me because for one, my favorite part of the Supra is the taillights. The taillights are timeless for me. Like it just looks so great. I don't know how they did, like how they thought of making it like that, but it just looks so great. Also with the palm trees in the back and the sunset, like this picture is crazy. Right here, this is a video of me driving the car for the first time. Like I really felt like I was Paul Walker in there though. I really felt like I was Paul Walker in the Fast and Furious driving the car for the first time. My own car was right-hand drive. I felt like I was on top of the world. And it was also weird because like when you're driving a right-hand drive car, when you look to the left and you see the mirror over there, it feels like it's so far. So right here I have to get emissions, right? So I did emissions. I was hoping that these guys didn't say, no, we can't pass you because of so-and-so, because the car's from Japan or whatever. I was just hoping they didn't say that, but thank God. All the guys in there were just super excited. They're just happy to see a Supra in there. They're surprised. They're like, what the heck? A Supra's in here. This is crazy. And it's right-hand drive. So it's pretty cool. I was chopping up with them, talking about my car. They're asking me questions about the car, how I got it here, where I got it from. Also, if you guys don't already know, I got the car from Duncan Imports. I'll put the link in the description. They have the best selection of classic cars that are in great condition for you to just start your project on, you know? So yeah, I'll show you their site. I might even just clip their site like right now and just put it on the screen and show you like Duncan Imports. I got it from their Tennessee inventory, I believe. So it's like their site is so cool. It reminds me of like GTA. Like when you go on GTA and you go to like one of the sites to buy cars and you're scrolling, that's literally how I got my car. I was like scrolling, seeing it. I was hoping, praying that no one took it, and no one got it. So right here, I went to Cartoons. Cartoons is based in Arizona, and they do great work when it comes to sound systems. I got the whole 9 yards of my sound system. I got the CarPlay. I got everything. The bass in my car is crazy. The sound quality is immaculate. If you want a nice sound system, go to Cartoon. Prior to me even have the sound system, I just had my speaker. I had like a Beats pill, and I put my Beats pill right on the dash, and I'll just listen to music from the Beats pill. It was cool and all, but like, I love blasting music so loud that people can hear the music outside. When they see my car, they hear the background music in their head. They're just like, whoa, this is cool. Just little things like that. After I got the system done, you know I had to get that exhaust, because that stock exhaust was not doing it for me. It sounded good, but you know you want to hear a little you want to hear a little sound in there. So I got a vibrant exhaust. Hammer Engineering did most of my not even most, all my performance stuff pretty much. But since I've been in Canada, I have my guys do it for me. Hammer is the one who did my intake, and they did my exhaust, and then they did my downpipe. They do great work. So if you're based in Arizona and you have a Supra, make sure to take it to Hammer, because Hammer will get you right. Right here in this picture, you can see the exhaust. Like, look at the taillights, man. The taillights look so good. The taillights look so good, I can't lie. And then I got a historic plate, because I always wanted a historic plate, right? The historic plates look so cool in AZ, because they're like bronze and red. Like, they just look so like lavish still. So right here, I went to my boy's house because he was helping me upgrade the front end. So I got the headlights and the front lip. So as you can see, I added like the front lip so it's more aggressive. Because before there wasn't no, it was like a small little stock lip. Took that off. It was so hard to take off. Like, it was so hard to take off because that was there for how many years, you know, since 1995, right? So all the bolts were seized. So we had to like literally break them and then put the new lip on. It took so long. We used WD-40, everything. It eventually worked. It took us like a good 5 hours or 4 to 5 hours. Like all night we were doing that. Like, yo, shout out to my boy Ahmed, bro. He's a real one. He is a real one, man. This guy helped me so much, especially with my car, so much. Like whenever I needed help, he was always there. Here's a picture of how my car looked when I changed the headlights and added the front lip. And I also added the front Japanese plate. That's not the right Japanese plate to put on, because I'm pretty sure like there's like a certain code it's supposed to have for sports cars in Japan. I had like aftermarket one from like eBay. No, I think it was Amazon or eBay. And this is like for like a minivan or something like that. I forgot. I don't know what code it's for, but it's not for a sports car. But in America, who can tell? They're just gonna see a Japanese plate and say, yeah, the Japanese plate, Japanese car, makes sense, right? Right here. This is when I took matters into my own hands. So I got an aftermarket spoiler and I spray painted it. Not spray painted it, but I got an aftermarket spoiler and then I painted the spoiler myself to match with my car. Cause I didn't want to go to no shop because there's like tax, and I'm like, man, I can literally do this myself. And I also like doing things myself for my car, because it's just a good feeling when someone says, yo, you did it yourself? And I'm like, yeah, I did it myself. So it wasn't the best job, but you can't even tell. You couldn't even tell unless you like really walk close to my car. I wouldn't advise anyone to do this without the proper safety stuff, because I was wearing a mask and the chemicals are going straight into my nose, and I felt it in my chest. Like, it wasn't good at all. Like, it didn't, like, the mask didn't do enough. Like, I need the actual real mask, right? This next video right here is showing like I'm putting it on to see if it actually matches. I'm like, damn. I'm like, yo, this actually looks crazy. This actually looks like, let me know in the comment section if the spoiler matches the car. Like, it looks OEM. You can't lie, it looks OEM. It does. I know it does. Look at that, the new exhaust. I got the OEM spoiler. It's just, everything's just coming together right now. I'm just happy. I'm just super happy. Like, the car's just coming together. Right here's a picture of it at nighttime, parked up on the street. I got the spoiler now on, it's bolted on. I updated the turn signal, so if you look closely underneath the headlights, it's not orange no more. I got the clear turn signals. And then on the side, if you look close, there's like an orange turn signal. I ended up upgrading that later on. So right here, this is when I finally got the CCWs and I got to put them on my car. Shout out to Peter. He's a GOAT. This man is a GOAT. I will link him in the description. If you ever want some CCW classics or any model of the CCWs, Peter's the one to hit up. He will get you right, get you squared away, and you will have some nice CCWs on your car. He will make sure you're good to go. So right here's a video. I recorded a video too, because you know, I'm not just gonna show you guys a picture only. I'm gonna show you guys a video of when I first put the CCWs on the car. Tell me that's not looking clean. I even forgot to tell you guys I got the tints. I tinted the windows too. I tinted the windows as well, cause you know I can't be driving a fishbowl. Who likes driving a fishbowl? But yeah, I got the wheels on. After that, had to put the BCs on there, man. I got BC coilover, so now it's just sitting right. When it was sitting this low, I was scraping way too much, so I raised the front end a little bit because it was scraping way too much. Like the exhaust was just scraping the floor. Here's a roller of me driving my car. Look how sweet that looks. So I updated the turn signal on the side of the car. They're clear now, so everything just flows. This is the conversion to the black. So my boy Noel, he did his thing, man. So he literally wrapped my hood and my fender, and I'm just there on the side trying to like help out in some type of way. I don't know what I was doing, but he knew what he was doing, so he was getting it done. He glassed out the whole fender and the hood, and literally after that, I have to just take matters into my own hands. I did the spoiler, I got the trunk done, I did the side skirts, I did the other fender, I did the rear bumper. The rear bumper was super complicated, I'm not gonna lie, because the inlays, like if you haven't wrapped the car before, inlays, like they're so hard. Because for one, you gotta have knifeless tape. If you don't have knifeless tape, you're just gonna scrape your car with a knife. Two, you gotta have patience when you're wrapping your own car, because you could be stuck on the same spot for a good 4 hours and you're just gonna be there like this. I'm still doing the same part. Like it will discourage you to like keep going. And I had many days where I'm like tired of this, and I just ripped it off, and I could have just kept going, but I was just so angry, so mad that I'm literally on the same spot. I just pulled it off, and I wasted a lot of vinyl doing that. Like looking back, it was like, wow, why did I do that? Because I could have just took my time and got it done. This is the final. This is how my car looks now. So black Supra, my boy's Supra right there. His Supra is sick. TRD wing, the whole 9 yards. Single turbo, manual, 6-speed manual, T56 transmission, everything. I'm trying to be like him for real. Here, this is my Supra at my first ever car meet. It was a great success, and as you can see, the car just looks wonderful in black. You can't even see all my imperfections and stuff. It just looks like a black car. I will be hosting another car meet soon. I'll keep you guys updated. So if you're not already following me on IG, my IG is @Mcnish_, and I post often, so I'll keep you guys updated on there when I'll be hosting another meet. I'm gonna be doing some car cruises, and I got some plans coming for this summer, so stay tuned. Yeah, so that's a wrap for the video. If you want to stay tuned for more upgrades on my car, I will be doing a single turbo and manual swap. Not soon, but I will be doing that. So when I do that, I will be documenting everything and posting it and showing you guys the whole process of everything. If you guys like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for the next video. Mcnish out.
You wildin', that shit ain't really my problem. Saying how we gon' solve it, ain't no way to be honest. My conscience kick it with common. Yeah. I turn the investments to common. Yeah. You stressing, he pressing for common.